Hello, and welcome to my journey into self-sufficient living with 5 children. So our goal this year is to save some money for a deposit to buy us an apartment, first of all, for my growing young children that I have, and they're going to help. And our first mission is to start living off the land that we have rented. And since this is a new home, and pretty much a home that's been split into 2 homes, so we have new soil at the back mixed in with stones and stuff like that, which we've been using the stones for our pots, for the potted wall I created outside. But for now I'm just gonna get into this. So this is the water that I've collected from outside. We've just had a big rainfall here in Melbourne, Australia. So this is the water I've collected from outside for my bowl, for my shelves over here that I've set up as my little nursery. Over here you can see it a little bit more. So yes, that's what I did over there. So over here I brought a herb garden just from Bunnings. I love Bunnings. And I created 3 hanging basket herb pots, and this is my 4th. I also have some herbs over here. Where I've just recycled, the other half of my bottles. The other half I've used as covers for my seedlings outside to protect them in this weather we've been having here in Melbourne. And the other half I've used as this, so eventually I'm going to put perlite in these and have a hydro system going on these shelves over here. But for now I'm using it for this until I repot it outside, as the weather has been horrendous here. So now that the weather's okay out there, I'm going to go and repot these out there on the potted fence where I drilled pots into the fence, kind of like a self-watering system. And so it's all about repurposing what we have, because as a mum of 5, I haven't got much money to spend, so I have to be thrifty about growing a garden, so I'm able to save some money and actually use that money for other things I need as a mum of 5 grown children. So I just did this. But as you can see, these herbs are kind of, I've just transplanted these into there, and they're kind of like, they need a bit of a boost, so I'm just going to trim them down a little. And you can go and get scissors and all that, but I haven't got that at the moment. So I'm just going to, the herbs. Yum. So I'm just going to ding them off with my fingers and chuck it into my daily composting little system I got going on. And at the end of the night, I just grind this up. I have a grinder that I've set to the side just for this. I just grind this up and dig a hole into my pot plants that have no plants in them yet, as I'm still growing the seedlings. I just grind that up and then put it in the potting mix and the clay and stones. So I've got stones at the bottom that I collected in my backyard. And I put a little thin layer of the clay, mud clay, from out the back as well, because we're digging a hole for a hangi pit. So we use that excess dirt and fish pond to fill up our big pots a bit, so I don't have to spend so much on soil. And even these, I say, break these down. And I just put it in my container. Just grind it up. Turn it into a nice gooey paste. And then bury it into my pots to help, with the soil production. I believe if you look after the soil of the plant, where the plant will be living, in return the soil will look after your plant and your plant will thrive. So what I've just broken off here, I have chives in my garden, herb gardens. So for $20 I gained 5. I gained a herb pot and made 4 others. I have 5 now. And I can re-gift them for Christmas presents. Yeah, nice rosemary. So my aim with this channel, and also you'll see friends. I've also inspired a few friends that don't even know how to grow gardens to want to start. And I haven't even started my garden yet. But I guess just the enthusiasm and just the general idea that she sees that I have makes her want to start gardening. And in time she will know how to grow a garden. We'll learn together. And through action and teaching you, she'll be able to grow a fabulous garden. So for now, I just told her to follow the sun. Wherever she gets the most sun is where we will grow, set up her garden. And I'll take her over there when we do also. So it's about inspiring one another to, live back off the land. We all found out in coronavirus how things are so unpredictable right now. So, I believe if we all start a few gardens each and start living off our own fresh produce, they're going to have to eventually bring the price of fresh produce down because they're going to need to sell it. So the cost of the inflation price on fresh fruit should hopefully come down if we all get together as communities and those avid gardeners to start teaching and encouraging by setting up gardens in their front yards to encourage others, and that's what I'm going to do, to encourage, my neighbours to start talking, and we start this garden thing in our little cul-de-sac that I've moved into. Just over the last couple of weeks that I've been here, just me and my children being out in our yard has inspired our neighbours to get out in their yards. When I came here, their lawns were taller than my youngest child. And, we like to play our music and get out there in our gardens, and it seems to have brought my neighbours out and they've got out there in their gardens. And we've introduced ourselves, so, it makes you feel a bit more comfortable in the neighbourhood. So it's actually, I don't know, it's like it brings back that community spirit, I think, that a lot of people have lost. And, it gets my children off technology. So I love it. So here we go. I'll just cut them all down. And it just gives them a chance to settle in their new pots. And, yeah, we'll check back in and we'll see how these are going in a couple of weeks. So also over here, I have my herb pot. And also it's springtime, so it's a good time to get out in the gardens and, fertilise those gardens, give it a good tidy up. Lap up all the free rain, collect it. Even got a few rubbish bins that you don't use, chuck them outside, collect all that rain. That's the what I like to use on my plants is not the tap water. I don't want to pay for that water. Tap water I got to pay for. So if I can collect some rainwater, I've just got a tub out there. I want to get a rainwater system going, so anywhere that can handle some roof gutter, I'm I'm going to put it there. You know, and start collecting that rainwater for my chickens. You know, fresh water for them. Water for my veggie produce that I'm going to be creating out the front and out the back. So yeah, just bringing these down a bit. I was going to use the stalks, but for now I'll just take them down. These haven't been transplanted, but they're kind of like a bit bunched up since I broke them down a bit. So these here, I just, you know, brought a pack of these and with a little bit of twine I add. If you have rope, a little bit of string, that'll be good too. And these are just stakes that I've already used, as you can tell. And I've recycled them, and I've used them wherever I need them. But because I've just started my seedlings again, you know, I'm going to bring them back out to play. Just use them for my beans out the back that are growing in my pre-made gardens for now, until I can get some raised gardens going. And oh man, this smells so good. You know, and these ones here I'm going to keep inside of my little nursery, so that I can keep an eye on them and give them a little bit of TLC and aerate that soil, and yeah, just make sure I give them a bit of attention until they're looking good. Then I will take these outside. I thought I could just leave them all bunched up, but I couldn't. So I'm just going to spread these out a bit, not taking out all. These three are fine. The rosemary, sage, and my parsley. But my chives is bunched up, and also my basil. So I'm just going to spread it apart a bit. You know, and then they'll be happy. And we'll all be happy. You know, with a growing young family of boys and girls, you know, I just want to give them a good start by providing them some good nutritious meals with some fresh produce that I don't have to buy. I'm all about saving. I want to save up. I have 2 children now, just starting their work journey. And they're thriving and they love it. You know, that keeps their money in their pocket, but they know how to save. You know, we've had to save for a very long time. We're all budget conscious, which I guess is a good thing for my children. You know, they've learnt how to be thrifty with their money and save for when they want things. You know, now that they're working, they're able to provide for themselves a little bit more, which takes the pressure off me, and I'm able to do these little things that make me happy. But I'm also providing for my growing family, which also makes me feel good and rewarding. Rewarding when we're able to make a nice meal using, you know, the herbs. The other day I just brought a lasagna and topped it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese and other leftover cheese that I had in the fridge, and topped it with some basil, a little bit of basil and some parsley. And the kids loved it. They thought I made it because it didn't taste store-bought, I guess. So they were surprised when I told them that it actually was a store-bought one and not homemade. But I think that, you know, just that freshness helped. So come and join me and my family and friends as we get growing. I've also got a pond hole that my sons have dug up, because we're going to be saving our wastewater from our outside tap by turning it into a water pond that is going to be going to my fish pond out the back. And because I have a young child, it's going to be childproof. But we're also going to use that fish pond to feed the gardens out the back, the water system. So they'll get the nutrients and fertilizer from the fish pond, and the fish will get the fresh water and top up from the water, the wasted water from the outside tap, which will be going quite a bit, as you know, we're going to be in our gardens a lot. So knowing I'm not going to waste anything is awesome. You know, and that's it, just repurposing it to work for you. And that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you're ready for the journey to get inspired. You know, with a little bit of effort, man, can you have a beautiful garden that you can enjoy. You know, instead of running shooting down the shop, you can just go into your backyard. I can't wait to create my garden sanctuary and show my kids that. Yet with a little bit of hard work, because they've been out there digging the holes, plowing the dirt. I told them, you will be reaping the rewards in no time. But with a little bit of hard work, you can enjoy and reap the rewards of it, which is also a life lesson. So, you know, hopefully through learning a garden, I can also teach my kids patience. You know, once they start seeing their bank account saving grow, and mummy puts her money where her mouth is, really, you know, and we do what we've set out to, hopefully that inspires them to know that they can do whatever they want. And they're really pretty good kids right now. I'm quite happy, you know, just to keep something different. We all have our own likes. But they also know I don't like them sitting on technology 24/7. I like them to give their eyes a break. And I like them to get outside. It's grounding, you know, grounding and nourishing for the soul. And they find that once they are out in their garden, they do feel better. You're tired too, you worked hard. You know, they have a shower, we settle down, we have a good meal together. You know, and the next day begins. But every day something new and exciting happens in your garden. You know, which is a buzz. I got hooked when I grew my first garden. So good. And just the smell of fresh herbs, I have them hanging right here and right there. So when they bloom, you know, just that fragrance and fresh fragrance of herbs. Oh, nothing beats it. Well, for today, that's me. Over and out.